Hey there folks, and welcome to another Factorio Mod Spotlight. I'm Exterminator, and thank you so much for joining me today. And in this Spotlight, we are covering the Laser Fence mod. This is a pretty new mod, less than a week old, and it seems pretty popular so far. It kind of caught my eye. I thought it was a neat idea. So, we've seen like shield walls, we've seen other laser damaging, like different laser turret mods and stuff. But this one I thought was an interesting concept. So it basically creates, well, laser fences and laser walls, however you want to define it. And these take a constant power. So you can see here that we are constantly taking 4 megawatts of power to power these. And then they act as a wall, meaning they are impassable by players and biters. But they do actually zap anything that attacks them or runs into them. Not any enemy, I should say. Now, one note here, very important thing about how these work is that they can be like taken down and depowered if they are attacked enough. And then if a section becomes depowered, it will likely depower the rest of the things, the rest of the sections connected to it. So you do have to be careful with this. Obviously, you can't use it in place of turrets. You will need some turrets as well. But if you want that added damage, like the wall actually damaging the biters, and then also just kind of the cool effect it adds, I think is pretty neat. Then this is definitely a good option. So I'm going to go ahead and aggro these enemies here in a second. Before I do that, I just want to show you this is the item. So it's 20 steel, 10 batteries, and 10 advanced circuits per laser fence emitter. And then you place these down, and you can see here it draws a little line, much like pipes, where it can connect. So it can only connect, and it says there, it has a very good description, it will only maintain a fence of max length 15 between 2 emitters. So past this, it won't connect. And if it won't connect, it'll give you a message like this has here for me when some wouldn't connect. So you just kind of place these down here, and it'll take a minute. So it won't create the fence until it actually charges. You can see it charging. And then it draws the fence out there. Another note is it won't pass through anything. So like it won't draw across gates. If you put a wall here, any structure here, it won't put a fence through it. Even a rock, one of those failed alerts was because there was a rock in the way. So that's just something to note. I would imagine same with like cliffs, which makes sense. Biters can't pass through cliffs anyway. So let's go ahead and aggro these enemies. And I have some ammo here. I'm going to throw on the turrets if I need to. But for now, I'm going to attempt to aggro the biters and then just run straight in here and let the fences and stuff do work. So you can see they are attacking it, and they're taking damage as well. But this will eventually become unpowered. You can see fairly quickly there, it did actually become unpowered, but then it did power back up. So you would probably want to layer these. So you can see I could, here if I wanted, do this, and it theoretically would create a layer, like a kind of a double thick wall, if you want to do that. So it did kill some. It wasn't super strong. If I had any feedback for the mod, again, it is very new, and they said they're collecting feedback. I would definitely say some upgrades for this would be in order, or just a general buff, because those were really only small and medium biters, and it still died. So I think it definitely needs a bit of a buff, or at the very least, it needs some technology upgrades to make it stronger, maybe increase the damage a little bit. Overall, though, I think it's a really cool mod, and the fact you can stack them, like if you want to, you could. This seems to be about as close as you can get it right here. You can't really go right next to it necessarily, but you could, layer them like this and create more of a defense. So I think it's a really cool mod. In terms of settings here, we can go into the mod settings. Laser fence, solid walls. So this is checked by default. If you could walk through the laser, what if you could walk through the laser beams? I guess they wouldn't be very effective. So you could turn off collision if you want to have them not collide, like be able to draw through stuff, or you'll be able to walk through them. And then debug text as well. And those are the only settings. So either tech to upgrade the damage or just a setting to do so would be awesome. But overall, I think it's a pretty neat mod. And there will, as always, be a link in the description to the mod portal page where you can check this out. And if we look at power here, you can see there was a bit of a spike there when it had to charge, when it died and had to charge. So that's something to keep note. They definitely do take a fair bit of power. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, thoughts, leave them down below. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, turn on notifications to keep up with future content. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.